This is your hanger for it. Yeah, like I said, this is your slip joint right here. But all the other components I covered. Stay tuned for us next week. You know, we'll give you an update on what's going on out here in the shop. Thanks for joining us, ladies and gents. Have a great day. All right, ladies and gents, it's Will here again at J-Tech. Today, what we'll be working on, shooting a video on Driveshaft and Driveshaft components. Here I'm scrolling down my Driveshaft. I'm up underneath a GMC or Chevrolet medium to light duty truck. We're not really we don't have a Class 8 truck up on the lift today, but I can still, you know, get the video across and get the point across to what we're trying to show you. We just got into drivetrains, and we're learning basically about, you know, the components and what they consist of or whatnot. Right here you have your transmission, and you have your yoke, output yoke from your transmission. You have your universal joint inside there. This is your front drive shaft. See yoke right here, your cap for your universal joints. Down here you have your slip joint. Right here, your rear universal joint. See the caps there. Inside there you got little clips that keep them in, so that when you're riding down the road you don't lose anything while you're hitting bumps and whatnot. Down here you got your rear end, boom, your universal joint, and your yoke for your rear end. Now what we were discussing is how to figure your working angles on your front and your rear drive shaft. What you would do is you would take your trusty digital protractor provided by J-Tech. Shout out to J-Tech. And you zero him out on a flat surface like we're doing right here. Turn him on, zero him out. Once he's zeroed out, you take him. First of all, you have to make sure you have it where you need it to be. All right, I'm gonna take two measurements at each universal joint. Two measurements here, which would be one from the transmission yoke and one from the front of the drive shaft. The second one would be at the slip joint and the front of the rear drive shaft. The third one would be the output yoke of the rear end and the rear of the second drive shaft. And that will give me my working angles on my drive shaft. Alright, so what I do is put my trusty digital protractor up here. Now when you're dealing with the working angles, you have a half degree to 3 degrees min max. So they have to basically cancel each other out in order for you to have hold that for me, Pete.
Yep.
I'm still spinning, right?
Yep, you're still filming.
Okay, alright. Yeah, like I said, you have a I'm sorry about that, ladies and gents. You have like I said, a half degree to 3 degrees min max on your angles, the working angles on the side shaft. What I'll do is I'll take my first measurement. And for my first measurement here, coming from my drive shaft, I mean, no, not from my drive shaft, from my transmission, I got a 2.5. That would be a positive 2.5 because the arrow is pointing up. Spin him around. I got a positive 1.2 on the front of my drive shaft. 3.3 working on the front. Because you take the smaller number and subtract it from the larger number. I'll go down here to my slip joint. Okay, square it up. I got a positive 1.0 on my slip joint. Set him up again. Now I got a positive 3.0 on the front of my rear drive there. Put him around one more time. Positive 1.0 on output of my rear end. Spin them around one final time. And I got a 4.0 on the rear of my second drive shaft. And like I said, ladies and gentlemen, you got a half a degree to 3 degree margin on this, and like I said, we're just getting in this, we're learning the fundamentals of drive shaft. Well, actually, this is our second drive shaft course, drivetrains course. We're in drivetrains 2, but this is our first week, so I'm just, letting you know some of the components that are underneath your medium and light duty vehicles. Oh, I forgot to mention right here, this is your carrier bearing, and this is your hanger for it. Yeah, like I said, this is your slip joint right here. But all the other components I covered. Stay tuned for us next week. We'll give you an update on what's going on out here in the shop. Thanks for joining us, ladies and gentlemen. Have a great day.